we have a real classic, I think, here. Playing this
yeah.
dirty ass CRT monitor. You're going up first. What's first on the menu today?
First on the menu today is a wonderful beat 'em up game called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4: Turtles in Time. We're gonna do a little time traveling. We're gonna beat some people up. We're gonna fight Shredder. It's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah, perhaps no more aptly titled name for a speedrun than Turtles in Time.
Absolutely.
So what part of the game? What part are you picking? What chapter? What? You can do the whole thing?
We are going to do the whole thing.
Jeez.
Well, most of it. Most of it. We may skip a stage if we get lucky.
Okay.
There's some crazy trick that I can do where we might even be able to bypass one of the stages. So let's see if we can make that happen.
Yeah. So where did the rules fall down? I always feel like whenever I jump into the speedrunning community, I have to like reassess.
Oh, there is rules litigation.
Yeah.
People will argue for days and months about every rule we possibly can, and like I love it, but it depends on the game.
So like skipping a chapter, fair game, as long as it's like...
Yes, in this particular situation, it is. So we're actually gonna have to use both of the controllers here.
Okay.
I'm gonna be controlling 2 turtles, not just one,
right.
For a portion of the game, and that's gonna allow me to hopefully do the skip. And if we don't get it, you know, the worst comes to worst, you gotta beat the stage normally.
Okay.
No big deal.
What's the running speed run on this one? On Turtles in Time.
The record?
Yes.
I believe it is 18 minutes and 19 seconds.
Okay, that's pretty fast.
It is fast.
What do you reckon you'll pull off today? I guess
we'll probably get a little closer to maybe the low 20 minutes range.
And how long would it take if I was to play? It's been a while since I played Turtles in Time. If I was to go back and play it now, presuming I didn't like die a lot, what would you?
If you didn't die a lot, it would probably take maybe like 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay,
I would say.
That's pretty.
So we're gonna be doing a lot of things to speed that up.
All right. Just opening the Twitch chat here and listen to my own voice coming through. If you have any questions, by all means put them in the Twitch chat and I will relay them to our 2 experts here. All right, want to get this thing started?
Yeah, let's kick it off.
Let's do it.
So first of all, we gotta go into the options here and just change a few things around. We're gonna make it the hardest difficulty, right?
Oh
we don't want things to be too easy now. I prefer the control setup type C.
Okay.
We don't need any extra lives, but we do need to make the player dash manual so that you actually are the one controlling the dash, not the computer, more or less. And this back attack is a pesky thing where, like, if an enemy comes up behind you, you'll turn around and attack them.
Right.
But once again, that's taking control out of the player's hand. So you want to have full control of your turtle at all times. So we're good to go.
Purest experience.
We're good to go on our settings, and we're going to kick it off. So we're going to start with just one turtle.
Okay.
We're going to start with Raph. And Raph happens to be not only the strongest turtle,
Raph,
but
they couldn't fit in the full names. Damn it.
It saves time just to say the first syllable.
Good point.
yeah, it's easier.
Raph
know?
is what his buddies call him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What up, Leo?
Leo is not going to get to be a part of our run here, although you may see Don and Mike, possibly.
Don and Mike.
Let's see what happens.
God, it makes them sound like bus drivers. Don and Mike.
There used to be a radio show called Don and Mike. This was a really long time ago,
really?
I think. I'm probably dating myself. But anyways, I am playing a game from the 90s, so that says something too, I suppose. Anyway, Raph, he's the strongest. He's the fastest. We're going straight into the Big Apple. It's 3 a.m. Krang has captured the Statue of Liberty,
God.
and we're out to get it back.
Is he putting a massive brain in its belly?
Yes, and he did this in the afternoon, but the turtles still decided that they should wait until 3 a.m. to take action.
They were having a good night. You know?
Yeah, they were eating pizza, you know, which pizza is important in this run, so I just got a pizza there. That does replenish your health all the way. And the reason that's important is you actually lose health when you do some of your special attacks.
All right.
So you kind of got to make sure that you get that back under control. You don't want to be taking deaths now. So there's Krang. He's already out to get us.
He looks okay. He looks like he's doing well.
Yeah, he's doing all right. We'll see him again
Was
later.
there a different name for the body he was in, or was it all just Krang?
I think it's all just Krang, but I couldn't tell you for sure. This is I don't want to get things wrong, you know?
Yeah, if anyone in the chat knows Turtles canon, please by all means let us know. Bob Jones 1980 saying Don is the best turtle.
I don't know if I can agree with that.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah, no opinion is wrong, but that's about as close to wrong as you can get. What is this thing?
This is Baxter. He flies, and then you gotta take him out over there near the edge because he has to blow up and fall off the roof. And he will only do that at that very upper left-hand corner. So that's
really?
why I take him out over there.
So was that even there? Did you quickly kill him in a way that?
Oh yes, that was a quick kill, and we made sure that he jumped off the roof as soon as possible. So I'm going to be utilizing a couple different throw maneuvers. The slam throw is one of them. I'm going to use that right here. I'm going to try to use it.
Nice. Oh, that's good.
I didn't use it to quite great effect. You can also do that screen throw, which
That's pretty cool.
you can just get rid of enemies, get them off the screen, and you can kill multiple enemies when you're doing those tactics. Sometimes you do get hit by a stage hazard, as you can see.
Any difference between the colored ninjas in their style or difficulty? Or they just like to mix it up?
They have different amounts of hit points. So the purple guys have the lowest hit points, and Raph is the only turtle that can take them out in one shot. So you can see I'm doing that kind of flying kick to take those guys out.
Like
none of the other turtles, they can do that move, but it's just not as powerful. So meanwhile, I'm struggling a little here. We're getting some of the tougher enemies going on.
So are you saying then, like, objectively, or that like Ralph is the best turtle? Like in this game at least. Like he's definitely the most overpowered turtle.
No question.
Okay.
No question about it.
Nice.
It actually varies depending on the game. Like
That's true.
The old Nintendo game, it was I want to say Donatello. I actually don't know Turtles very well.
Oh, really?
The one with the staff.
Yes, in the first Turtles, I believe so.
It's
Don.
Like Don. It's like he's got the most damage and he also has the most range because he has a staff. So it's just always pick Donatello or Don. Yes.
Is this, what the hell is this?
This is Metalhead. He's actually trying to be a turtle, but he's a robot of some sort. So
Do I just not remember like turtle lore, or are these made up for the game?
No, this was New York. This happened. You don't
this
remember?
is real life in the 90s.
90s were
Cowabunga.
weird. They were a very radical time in many ways.
Have you guys seen the new movie?
I have not.
Okay,
No,
either
no.
have I.
All right, so we're gonna bring in
I
our
thought you were talking about the 90s for a second, like the
No.
new 90s movie. Like, no, I haven't.
buddy Don.
Okay, here we go.
So we got two turtles now, and Don is gonna serve a purpose here.
Are they on the same surfboard?
No, they're just sharing space right now
Okay.
to make sure I don't get hit by any enemies, because I am controlling both of them. You guys can help
Wow.
out if you want. I can give one of you the
No.
joystick, but that might be ill-advised since you haven't practiced at all. So.
I'm terrified. I think that you're probably better with both controllers than, at least if I was helping, I can say.
All right.
SNES games are not my forte.
Okay.
So we're gonna take Don out actually here. Now there's a reason for this, okay? That's because we don't want him to tag along for the entire game. We just want him
Okay.
to tag along for a little while we do this glitch. Hopefully, like I said, it's a very, very difficult.
You could be doing this
glitch.
easily.
This reminds me of like playing Super Stardust and like knowing the way through, because these levels were never like randomly generated. They were always, you could just learn the pattern real good.
All right, so
Is that the alien?
these are pizza monsters.
Okay. Oh. What?
I don't
H.R.
know.
Geiger's Pizza Monsters?
Ridley Scott's Pizza Monsters. or so.
Right.
I think when you get mutated stuff down in the sewer and then it eats some pizza, just strange things happen, I guess.
Yes.
Darkseid would have been better with Pizza Monsters.
Great job.
All right, so now we're gonna take on the Rat King. He is the king of the sewers, or at least he thinks he is. We're about to show him that we're the real rulers of the sewers down here.
You guys know what a real Rat King is?
A real one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, they're not really real, but if you Google Rat King, it is a mythological beast, which is basically a bunch of rats that are like stuck together because their like tails got stuck together.
Oh,
and, like,
yeah.
They poop on each other and they get tangled up and stuff. It's like one big lump of rats.
Wow,
Yeah, actually,
that sounds pretty terrifying.
It's like
yeah.
old, like it's old lore, right? Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
super
like
old.
medieval,
Yeah.
like beliefs. Like they don't actually exist. But there you go. There's your little bit of medieval myth lore.
See, I like the Dark Souls rat lords that just have little crowns on them.
Right, yeah.
Like, they're much cuter.
Yeah, much more literal. All right, so you're playing with both these guys now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let
Jeez.
Raph do most of the heavy lifting here, because he is, like I said, the strongest and the fastest. Don can help out a little bit, but we got to be careful. We don't want to scroll the screen too far here, because this is where we're going to be doing the glitch, hopefully, allegedly. So I'm going to get these guys lined up over here. Get a little running start. Got it. All right, so we don't want to play anymore. We're just, you know what? We don't need to fight these guys. Let's just go straight to the end of the stage.
What?
Let's take the, you know what? Let's not even take the elevator. Let's just go straight to the end. We don't need the
So
elevator.
how does that get found out?
That is a very long story. Essentially, a bunch of people found it independently. We're gonna fight Shredder now. No, we're not. We got sent back to the beginning of the stage. Now we'll fight Shredder. Are you confused yet?
Yeah.
So a lot of crazy things are happening there, but essentially a bunch of people discovered this, playing this as you know, in their childhood, and reported it, and eventually somebody decided, you know, hey, I should look into this to see if this is a real thing, because so many people have said that it is a real thing.
Yeah.
And indeed, they were able to figure it out and say, okay, this is actually a thing that can happen in a video game. So we essentially skipped that whole stage there.
Wow.
And this is where I do want to get rid of Donatello. And we have successfully done that, which you can see Don has now become Mike, if you'll notice up there at the top of the
Mike.
screen.
Everyone's favorite turtle, Mike.
So like I said, everybody
Short for
but
Michael.
everybody but Leo gets to play.
Okay,
So so now we're just going to go back to Raph, because carrying Don along would just be too difficult.
Yeah. Don's a real POS. You know what I mean?
A little bit, but he's some people's favorite turtle, so we don't want to be too hard on him.
People can have not great opinions.
That's true.
They can be not wrong, but close to wrong.
So essentially what's really happening there is there's the Mousers are the only enemies in the game that can actually attack both turtles at once if they're on the same plane,
Okay.
which is what I organized. And then there's a warm-up phase to a turtle's hitbox when they're starting an attack. And if you're able to press the attack button in that warm-up phase, then the game gets confused and it just doesn't know what to do, so it sends you to the end of the stage.
Really?
It's like, I don't understand what's happening.
So how much time did you save?
Over a minute,
Well, okay.
because we skipped essentially a whole stage there.
See, I love that glitch too, not just because of what it is, but there are glitches like that in other games, but usually it just teleports you right away.
Right.
But this is like the game, no, it's like, I don't know what to do, but I'm just gonna have them walk out anyways. Like it's the casual, we're gonna leave the
Yes.
stage, not we just teleport it away.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing it by choice, you know?
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, we don't want to fight anymore. We're bored with you guys.
it's like, do we really need to do this?
Who are those guys?
These are the Stone Warriors, and
Right.
they are tough.
Yeah, I mean, they're made of stone and they have football helmets on, so that'll do it. Also, earlier I saw there was dinosaurs. What's going on?
Yes, we have now successfully traveled through time. We are in the prehistoric age at this point. So
Apparently ninjas are just ubiquitous throughout time.
this is correct. Yes, Shredder not only sent us back in time, but he sent all of these minions back because
so harsh.
he figured that would be the best use of time travel.
I mean, they usually find shurikens near fossils, so it makes sense.
Lots of
So we're
masks.
gonna get a couple more
Whoa.
dinosaurs through here. Make
It's a
sure we
lion
avoid
thing.
those guys. Now Raph, while he is the strongest and the fastest, he is also the weakest.
Oh no.
So you don't want to get hit too much now. You want to be the one doing the hitting.
One of his sounds he does when he gets hit sounds like he's like a cat meowing like, consistently. There, that one there.
That is his special attack. So Slash, this is a very, very difficult boss, but he leaves just enough space that you can start out behind him and he's facing the wrong way. So hopefully we'll be able to take him out here.
Like he even slashes at you when he lands, but still just, in the intro.
Yeah, beat him off the screen.
So a very tough boss.
So he's done. Yeah, you can one cycle him there. If you were normally fighting this guy, he probably would kill you. You would game over and have to
Wow.
start the stage all over again. He's really that tough. But if you know how to speedrun, you can just get right behind him and take him out.
So presumably you couldn't walk. The phase where he was teleporting in, we would have been stuck. So you had to walk there before he jumped in.
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct. So now we've traveled a little bit forward in time. We are now on the boat.
Oh, you're on a boat. That's handy. You could have just easily transported above any of the open water.
It doesn't give you a year, right? You're just in the boat era.
Oh yeah, boat.
Yes.
Yeah, the boat era.
There's going to be pirates. There's going to be some pirates, I believe, at some point.
Pirate and boat time. Okay.
Massive arrows. Those arrows are stupidly long.
So there's also going to be a guy, I call him Cannonball Guy. He's pretty rough. He can actually just with deadly accuracy shoot these cannonballs at you, and most of the time it's pretty much impossible to avoid. But
So you have to kill him before he
hopefully-
does it?
Well, no, he's over there, so we're gonna have to.
Oh, right.
Well, he didn't get to hit me because the Stone Warrior guy hit me. So Cannonball Guy missed his chance.
Also,
take
the size
that.
of these cannonballs, questionable as
It's a
well.
really sturdy ship.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a very well-made ship.
Also, I like the chains with the license plate hanging off it.
This is
I've never
a
actually
steel-
noticed that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's health and safety very important on pirating vessels. This isn't actually, it's actually wood, it's just a wood veneer on an aluminium frame.
This is like the original safety and regulations boat before anybody else did it.
Yeah, they were doing it before it was cool.
Yeah, Shredder really, like, he's dangerous, but he cares about worker safety.
Well, that's why they were pirates, because there was just the health and safety laws didn't exist yet, so they had to take it on themselves.
Yeah,
you
like,
know?
really, this was the first union.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna have 2 enemies to fight here, but we actually only have to take out one of them, and then they'll fight each other.
It's some bebop and rocksteady through Monkey Island. Nice.
Now I got hit there at the end and took a death too, but that's okay. They're fighting each other, so
Nice work.
so that's not a problem. So we're gonna go from the boat. We're gonna go to the train now.
Oh, the train era.
The train era.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I guess it depends on what kind of train.
Is there an airplane next?
They should have done that. Why did they skip over airplanes? I don't know. No, we're not gonna get. Well, we're gonna get some flying things, but not necessarily an airplane.
Oh,
So they're
this is
kind of on
great.
track.
I mean, it wouldn't be an early 90s, like, beat 'em up if there wasn't at least one train level.
I mean, like, there's been cowboy games with trains. There's been cowboy
Yeah.
games where you're a cow with trains. I mean, even like Tiny Toons games had trains.
Yeah, was there Sunset Riders had a train?
Yes.
Yes.
And that game is also by Konami, so it has a very similar
Right.
soundtrack to this game as well.
Just that parallax scrolling, and then they just speed it up. They just want an excuse to speed it up.
I think parallax scrolling is one of the greatest things that should never be used again. But I'm so glad there are so many games that have it.
All I want now is just a bunch of cattle to run past. You have to jump on top of them. What's he saying?
Pizza
Pizza
time.
time.
Oh, pizza.
Gotta
Sorry,
get that
of course.
pizza.
Pizza time.
All right, gotta
Ralph,
watch out for
of
the
course,
Stone
famous
Warriors.
for his love of pizza.
Bizarre.
Pizza.
All right, this is gonna take out all of these guys, so we can just run away now.
They
See,
just
that's
exploded to death.
now we get to fight Leatherhead, the crocodile or
Wow.
alligator, one of the two.
With red hair. He looks more Irish than me. Green skin and all. So you know exactly where he's running as well?
Yes, he's gonna go to the same spot, and you can only hit him 3 times per cycle,
Right.
before he does the thriller dance off the edge there. So now we're gonna get a little further into the future though. So we've gone from 1885. I believe we're gonna go
Train
let's see.
Aragon.
2020.
Okay.
So we're actually a
That's
couple
not
years in the
This
future.
is
from
4
now.
years from now.
Okay.
This is 4 years
Okay,
from
So
now.
they're all wearing iWatch 2s then.
Okay, these are the roads. Like I remember them.
That's my commute to
Yes.
San Francisco this morning, yeah.
Hoverboards. I mean, the hoverboards are out, right? I mean,
Oh,
that's a
hoverboards
real
do
thing.
exist.
That is
So-
true. There's a lot of people in San Francisco, I'm sure you guys are aware, that ride around on those things.
Yeah, those are actually banned at SGDQ because of the hotel rules, and I couldn't be happier.
Really?
Yeah, it's like we follow the hotel rules. They don't want people running around, and I love it. I love it.
All right, so
Yes.
we're gonna have our first encounter with Krang here. Stage 1, we didn't really get to take him on at all, but we're gonna fight him at the end of this auto scroller.
I say Hassan has the best comment of the Twitch chat so far at Turtle Amiibos.
Oh my god.
He does look that they should make a Turtles in Time Amiibo. Look at that. Press a button to make him jump off. Can I just say I'm very impressed by how laissez-faire you are about this incredibly difficult thing you're doing right now.
Well, yeah, so far it has it's gone fairly well, but things could change quickly because we're coming up on some of the hardest things. In fact, the next stage, Starbase, is truly very difficult. And this boss fight is actually really tricky as well because I'm gonna take an intentional death, despite the fact that I only have 2 lives remaining. I'm gonna take an intentional death because so I have 16 health right now, right? And it
Right.
takes 3 health to do a special move. So that means I have 5 specials. Those deal 16 damage apiece. If I take a death, I get a free health refill, and then I get
Wow.
I get 5 more specials. So we're gonna go all the way down to 1 HP, and then I'm just gonna get hit intentionally, and then we're gonna have 5 more specials to work with. So we'll be able to beat Krang down pretty
Jeez.
quickly, I hope.
It's really upsetting that they changed the perspective 90 degrees, but the city remained in the background. That's like churning my stomach in the way like virtual reality does. Speaking of which, one of our later speedruns, maybe no? Okay, maybe.
We'll see.
All right, so there it is. We were able to hit 10 specials. That's the fastest that you
Wow.
can kill Krang. He is done. So normally what he does is he actually goes off the screen, but you guys didn't get an opportunity to see that. And that takes about like 20 seconds. He'll just go off the screen and these things will fall down out of the sky and
So
all
how
that.
did you stop that happening?
Because I manipulated how much health he had and the
right.
positioning and all kinds of stuff to make sure that we took him out. And then intentional
Got it.
death also, so I could.
So like you
so I
never
could-
got to like the second phase. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
he never even got there. So
Wow.
now we're going further into the future. We're going into Starbase, and you may have noticed Krang got away there. So we're gonna have to see him. We're gonna have to see him again, unfortunately.
God, I hate that guy.
I know.
2100 this is, a little bit further into the future.
All right, this is a little bit more believable, I guess.
Yeah. They
Sure.
should add some like cultural context there. Like, has Britain rejoined the EU at this stage?
The Brexit predictions from 1990s SNES games.
Yeah. Oh, they knew. They were fully aware. Look at all these guys.
Which turtle voted leave?
Dawn. Yeah.
Must have been Don.
Dawn's, yeah. Look at all this. Are these slightly more futuristic ninja men, or are they the same? Maybe I'm
They're
just,
pretty much the same.
Yeah, I'm just projecting here.
Yeah, Shredder, he got kind of lazy, I think, you know.
I mean, yeah, those, you know, it takes up memory.
He already did have robots in New York, so like,
It's a good point. If anything, this is a regression.
A little bit.
does he really need anything super fancy?
A massive DDR pad. There's a
The ball.
He did
medicine
get that
ball
big
for some
cannonball.
reason. Was it a cannonball?
He did get that big cannonball, yes, and
It's
another
like
one.
It's like a green cannonball, though.
That's him. He does squats on that.
It's a future cannonball. Oh, he gave the stone guys rocket launchers.
Oh, that's good. Now they look like Doom Marines.
Yeah, I mean, well, they already existed in the rocket launchers already existed, but I guess they weren't smart enough to use it till now.
Maybe they're just more portable. Like they didn't have like underhand rocket launchers. You know, it was a very like it was off the shoulder kind of thing. You know,
it's like future space rocket launchers that
Yeah.
like make the bullet happen or something.
they're holding them like shotguns, but they fire rockets. It's pretty cool.
Oh,
This is
that
the
guy
best
escaped.
nostalgia trip ever because I get to enjoy all of Turtles in Time again without any of the difficulty of actually playing it, and also incredibly fast.
Yes. Okay, so now we're going to encounter Krang again. Now this is a little more annoying because he can actually fly at heights where it's difficult to hit him. So,
Right.
so he can take a really long time to defeat.
Okay, he's in on the spaceship now. He's lost his body. Shredder's just watching in the background.
Yeah, he's rooting for Krang, but I don't think it's going to work out too well for Krang in the end here.
Rest in peace, Krang, you adorable pizza baby.
He does
All
look
right.
like something you'd put on a pizza.
Yeah, like definitely a topping.
Yeah, like a anchovy or something. Maybe.
Hey, let's not talk bad about a good pizza topping. It gets a lot of hate that it doesn't deserve.
Hey, yeah, if this is what was a Futurama, this is probably the anchovies might already be extinct by this stage.
Yeah, like the other option for Futurama was Fry opens up the can, the anchovies just come out and fly a spaceship around. That actually seems like a Futurama twist that could happen, actually.
How much is? Oh, done.
There we go.
He was actually
Took a
pretty
little
hard
while. Well, he kept going up too high, so when
Right.
he's up too high, he's really hard to hit.
It was hard to tell if he was too high or just at the top of the screen.
So now it's
Got all the Shredder
finally
again? Yeah.
it's finally time to take on Shredder. Shredder may or may not use performance-enhancing drugs. I
Right.
cannot confirm, but there's something funny about how muscular he gets there all of a sudden.
Oh, that human growth hormone.
Yeah, there's something going on. So we want to just corner him at the edge of the screen.
Well, that would make sense because he's not even called Shredder anymore. He's called Shred. He's just getting shredded.
That's true.
Get in the gym. Come on, Ralph. So what's the trick on this one? You just
All right.
know where he's going to be?
Yeah, and then, I mean, we died, but that's okay. He doesn't have a lot of HP left, so he's done. He's going to go off the roof, and that's it.
Great.
Turtles in Time, we're done.
Congratulations. I'm not
So-
sure if we were actually timing that,
That's
to be
okay.
completely honest.
It was probably about 20 minutes, I would guess.
We'll give it
I
a
would-
pretty fast.
It was pretty fast. It was pretty fast. We've recovered the Statue of Liberty, which is what's important.
Had it been
Returning
taken?
to New York City. It had been taken by Krang. See, we actually skipped that cutscene because,
Right.
you know, us speedrunners, we can't have time to watch those cutscenes. We got to just move right.
You've always got
past
time for April O'Neil, though.
Oh yeah, and Splinter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, look at him there. Just
Splinter,
hanging out.
he's out there in public, like he's not trying to hide anymore. He's just like, hey, we saved the Statue of Liberty. Let me get some
Yeah.
credit too, guys.
Finally, I get some credit.
At a certain point, once the Statue of Liberty has been stolen and saved by turtles, yeah, you can probably reveal yourself. Secrets out.
Yeah, that's a good point. We live in a different world. All right, Sinister One, thank you so much for coming on.
All right.